Hey YouTube pipe community. Want to do my long overdue Muletown recap. It's been exactly a week since you looked at me. It's been exactly 1 week since the Muletown Pipe Show, and just I'm still kind of I don't know, recovering from it. I guess I smoked quite a bit and drank quite a bit, so waking up, going to bed super late, waking up super early, and just really worn out. But it was a really good time. It was a lot of fun. Saw all my friends, met some new friends. Just a wonderful time. Last video, I was driving down to meet up with Nate and Justin from the Pipes, Pours, and Pals podcast. They live just about an hour from me. And they said I could tag along on the drive down and the drive back. We ended up getting an Airbnb together with and then with our friend Stacy from me here in Bespoke Works and her wife. And so it was just a great time. We Stacy's wife made us food, lunches, dinners, and everything like that, so we didn't really have to worry about getting food or preparing food the whole weekend. We were able to go to the pipe show, hang out, go back to the Airbnb or Verbo or whatever we got, and it was like it was within walking distance. We still drove because it was probably a 12-minute, 15-minute walk maybe, so we could have walked it if we wanted to. It did rain a good amount, I think, over the weekend, and it was kind of chilly a little bit, so but yeah, it was really real close to Briarworks, so we're able to go back and forth to eat lunch or dinner or whatever and go back and hang out. But yeah, so yeah, Friday we drove down. We left, probably got on the road and started going about 8 o'clock in the morning. And we so we should have got there about 1:30 or so. And Central Time. But as soon as we got on the road, we had, traffic was backed up, like a standstill pretty much. And then after we got through that, once we hit Nashville, we were stopped in traffic there too. So that might have been an accident or something like that. The first one, I don't think there was any accident. We were just backed up for some reason. So we didn't get there until about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I think. So yeah, it should have taken us like 5 or 6 hours. It took us like 9. It was it was a long trip down and long trip up to it. It wasn't as bad, but it still was it seemed like it took a while. But got there, Friday, went to Briarworks, hung out where the show floor is where their factory is, so that's cleaned up, tables. And Friday night they open it up for like just hanging out, because their lounge isn't super big. I mean, it's it's a decent sized lounge, but for a pipe show or even a pre-pipe show, it can get pretty crammed. So it's nice that they put some tables out in the factory area for us to hang out and sit. Yeah, met up with guys from Georgia, Kevin Foster and Joe Underhill from Instagram, Briar Ginger, Georgia Piper. Briar Ginger, I think he's from North or South Carolina, one of the two. But they're all hanging out. And Adam from Get Piped Podcast was there hanging out with his wife. And we had, what's nice about Briarworks is they have a full bar, beers on tap, and whatever else, whiskeys and different liquors. But anyways, I brought this to open up because I knew Adam was going to be there, and this is a tin, an old tin of Rattray's Accountant's Mixture that he gifted to me during a Secret Santa gift exchange a couple years ago. And it looks old. The tin or the lid is like looked clouded, just. And after him telling me that he bought it at like a wine store or something, or a wine shop, and so it's probably on the shelf for a long, long time because they probably don't sell a whole lot of tobacco. But when I opened it, I mean, that tab was like up like that, and it was still sealed, so it was like kind of bulging, like ready to pop. So we had popped that. I'm gonna insert a clip of it somewhere in here. Oh, look at that bulge.
Dana, come sit by me.
Oh, that was a nice paw. Let me get in on that. That smells. That's got some rum. That's got some. What? Do we know a year on this?
I don't know. I just know that this looks very old. The plastic.
It did, yeah, exactly. It's so fresh. You see some crystals in there.
It's dry, man. I don't want it.
You selling me dry tobacco?
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, cracked it open. Smells amazing. Still nice and moist. Nice and dark. But cracked that open, smoked that first bowl out of that with an Irish stout. So that was fun. That was kind of like the highlight of my night there. I always try to bring something that's aged or vintage to crack open at pipe shows. I brought another tin, but we ended up not cracking it open, which is fine. I'll save it for another time. Our house that we were renting had a pool table, so we were up all night Friday night playing pool, drinking and stuff. Justin had went to bed pretty early. Me and Nate and Stacy stayed up, played pool, hung out, talked and stuff, and Nate poured us a really, really, big glass of Benchmark, and that was like at probably 3 a.m. or we went to bed about 3 a.m, so that was like whenever we got back, because Briarworks closed at like midnight. Which they were still there. I think they did like last call and letting people kind of like mingle and kind of start making their way out. So we ended up leaving, going back to our place, and hung out, played pool, and he poured that big tall glass of bourbon, and went to bed and woke up with a huge headache. Took some Advil or something like that. Drank some water, and I felt pretty good after that. Went to the show kind of late. Also Friday night, forgot to mention this. Guy in the Get Pipe Discord, his name there is Big Fred. He had posted some pipes that he was selling, and I was interested in a couple of them. And I was like, yeah, I'll send PayPal the money or whatever. I never did. I kind of forgot about him, but he ended up bringing him to the show, and I didn't even know he was going to be there. He kind of, I think it came like a last minute decision. So he brought these, and I was pretty stoked about them. So this wasn't my first pipe, or these are technically my first pipes of the show. So this is a K Woody Canadian. I love Canadian shapes and Lovat shapes. So I like, and I have one K Woody, and I'd like to have, get a few more, but it has it does have the stinger, which I'm not a huge fan of stingers, but I'm going to try to keep it pretty clean as I smoke it. I'm not sure if he's cleaned these up or not, so I was going to maybe go through and clean them up a little bit just to make sure they're all good to go. And then this one is a Medico Zulu, which it's made out of Brylon, which I did not know. I have a Brylon pipe, and it smokes pretty good. It's a different kind of smoke, but this has a metal tenon. I don't have a Zulu shape, so this is one that caught my eye. So I'm excited to, see if, clean this one up a little bit. Might be some stuff down in the bowl, but overall, I'm pretty excited about these two. Anyways, fast forward now back to Saturday. I did a Stacy let me have a little part of her table to set up for the Indiana Pipe Club. So I had some stickers and business cards, and I had my rat trays, and I had Haddo's Delight from 2003 that I had bought last year at Muletown. Had those, passing those out for like samples if anyone wanted to smoke. I tried some of that stuff, and then we raffled off a Frog Morton, a tin of Frog Morton that was generously donated to our club by Jesse Culp from Oliphant Pipes. Trying to think of how many. So we sold 24 tickets, pretty good. Raised a decent chunk of change for the club for future things that we have planned for the club. So pretty excited about that. And of course, we couldn't have done it without Jesse donating that tin. So big thanks to Jesse. Yeah, it was weird being a vendor at a pipe show. I've never done that before. Even though I wasn't really a vendor, I wasn't selling nothing. I was just selling raffle tickets. I could have probably walked around. I ended up we sold tickets up until 4, and then that's when we did the drawing, and the pipe show went on until 5 for that day. And so that last hour, that's when I got the chance to walk around the tables, and I didn't have, I had a budget, so I wasn't looking at every table. Like I knew the tables, some of the tables would be way out of my budget, but I looked around, hung out mostly. We just finding some people and just hanging out, having a smoke. I think we went back for dinner after that, after the show was over, and then went back to Briarworks, hung out, had some more beers. I tried some rum. It was like a local distillery that did rum. I drank some of that I lit up a Partagas number 4, I believe was what it's called. I think of the band right here. It's Series D number 4 Partagas. Probably I've had a few of these. I've had a couple fakes too, I think, but they're still pretty good sticks. Yeah, and that was Saturday pretty much. Then we went back, played more pool all night. Had to wake up early on Sunday that's when our checkout was. Checkout was like 11 in the morning on Sunday. We checked out, packed up everything, went back to Briarworks for the second day of the show, and hung out for a little bit. And then we got back on the road about, 1:30 or so. I headed back home, but Saturday. Oh, this was Sunday. Saturday, I only bought one pipe, and it was because I didn't start looking around till later. I ended up buying the new Bing's favorite Country Squire. Has the Country Squire logo on the bottom. Yeah, Country Squire Bing. And I've always loved the Bing's favorite pipes, and so this one is. I like the stem, cool bowl. So I've been enjoying this. Friday night I also met Kentucky Highland Piper, which he was passing these golf tees. I say Kentucky Highland Piper. Also talked with Ronnie, Pipe and a Pour. Met him for the first time there. And then also Brody Joe. I saw him, or didn't get to hang out with him very much. I saw him when he was walking the tables, and I was, at my table doing the sticker thing. I hope he grabbed a sticker. I think I gave him some stickers. And then also I grabbed a new lighter cover from Stacy here in Bespoke Works. She actually sewed this right in front of me because I was like, wasn't super crazy on the, well, she had two different colors and she had already given me this one. And she had these colors, and then I was like, I kind of want like a brown. She had some that needed sewed, so she sewed one for me, and I got a lighter with it too. This is the Jeep lighters. Always heard good things about these lighters, and never got one. And she sells the lighter cases, the leather cases for them. It includes lighters, with them. Anyways, I think that's all for Saturday. Well, maybe not. Yeah. So Saturday evening, also we were hanging out. Adam Floyd Get Piped had brought in a big box of small batch tins that he gets, sent to him and stuff, and he smokes them and tries them, and then he was giving them away. So I didn't go through the box, but Stacy grabbed a few that she thought I might like. One being Cornell & Deal's Nutty Irishman. So I had smoked one bowl out of it, I think, on my way home Sunday evening when we got back into town after we got to Justin's, and then I drove home. I packed a bowl of it. Smells pretty good, and I'll probably smoke it tomorrow with it being St. Patrick's Day. And then she also grabbed Cornell & Deal's Wintertime Reserve Hearthside. I think these are like, I think you only got these with like certain purchases through Cornell & Deal. I can't remember, or through SmokingVibes.com, or I can't remember. But it smells pretty good. I'm pretty excited to smoke this, but it's a wintertime blend, so I don't know if I want to wait until next winter to try it, or I'm sure I'll probably try it and then jar it up before it gets too dry, because they're open tins. But they both still feel pretty good, not too dry. Now that's Saturday, I think. My mic keeps on moving down. Hopefully it's, I don't know. So yeah, then we'll go into Sunday. And this pipe has been, it caught my eye as soon as I saw it on the website. So Mad Pipes does restorations, and he's starting to make his own pipes. But he had a table there like he did last year with tons of really nice looking estates, and he just recently did his website, or put his website up, and I was looking at his website, saw a few pipes, and I'm like, if those are there at Muletown, I'm probably gonna pick it up. And one being this, another Canadian. This is a Sassini Canadian. I don't know if it's a 1 dot, 2 dot, whatever. It might have been a replacement stem because there's no dots on the stem. But nice long. This is probably a good 7 inches maybe. This is a good pipe. I like it a lot. So I gotta thank Stacy a little bit too, because she or a lot of it. She gave me a coupon that she had to his website and said she wanted to gift it to me, so I didn't have to pay as much as I planned on. And then the last pipe I picked up was from Redeemed Pipes. It's a Morgan Bones. I don't have a Morgan Bones, never had one. I've always wanted one because I like how they look. I like how there's never the same pipe. They're all different. And this is just a basic, like, bent brandy, maybe. I think that's a bent brandy. Good sized bowl. and yeah, good pipe. So I that was like in his $25 bin or something like that. So it was pretty, and it was maybe smoked a couple times, if that. And then Stacey also gave me a couple bags that are top secret, a blend that she has somebody working on for her. So these are A and B. I think they're both pretty similar, with a couple tweaks between them. And then I think she's waiting on the next iteration. But I smoked the A today, a little bit ago. It was pretty good. I'm excited to try the other version, and then looking forward to try the final phase. And one more thing that I got. I put it in a pocket jar because it was Kevin Foster from Foster Handmade. He had, everyone knows that my favorite tobacco is London Burley from McBaron, and he messaged me a few days before Muletown and asked me if I was going to Muletown, and he asked me which tin he should bring to open. He had, I think, a tin of Escudo that had some age on it, and then an old tin of London Burley. And I was like, London Burley's my favorite, and he's like, I know, that's why I was going to bring it. And so he brought it to crack it open, and I wish I was there when he cracked it open, but I wasn't, so I'm not sure when he opened it, but he had it on his table, and didn't get a chance to smoke it yet, so I was like, well, I'm going to, put some in a pocket jar, bring it home and smoke it at home, which I think might be better, so that way I can actually, be on a fresh palate somewhat, and probably do another comparison video between, 12-year-old London Burley and then the fresh stuff. Might be a fun little experiment. So I got a pocket jar. It smells so good. I love it. I can't wait to smoke it. So yeah, that is. Oh, I keep forgetting stuff. I had everything right here. And Stacy also, she made a. So this is her weekender jar, which is like the pocket jar, but a little bit bigger. Wide mouth. And she made me a Indiana Pipe Club. You can't see it. This was like the test one when she was testing it, because I did it for a giveaway that Greg Tunnel won, and so he has the better looking one, but this is like the prototype, so you really can't see the writing very well, but it's just the Indiana Pipe Club logo. So it's like the test lid that she did, so she gave that to me, so I'm pretty stoked to have that. It's like the first Indiana Pipe Club weekender jar. But yeah, Sunday was great because it was the second day of the show. The first day of the show was like packed. There's so many people. I think there was 530 some attendance, which is pretty awesome. They were doing raffles, and they were calling off, whatever your ticket number was how they raffled. And there, I was hearing, my ticket number was like 7 something, 6 something, and I was hearing 8 something being called. So I'm not sure if that was, how many tickets were sold or what that was. But I was like, that'd be a lot of. So maybe it was maybe that was also including like vendors. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, there's like, maybe they didn't count the vendors in the attendance for the show. I don't know how they got their numbers, but I heard it was like 500 and some attendance. So it was really a great show. A lot of fun. I got to hang out with Ethan Parsimonious Piper for a while, which is cool. I saw him last year, got to hang out with him for a little bit. But this year that's what I like about the second day, is like it's really a lot more laid back, not as many people. because they have a lot of lounge chairs that are normally taken up. So there's a couple open seats when I got there on Sunday. So I was, you know, I before the show opened at 11 or something, we got there about 10, and so I was like, I'll find a seat, sit down for an hour, and just smoke. And so I had my normal London Burley for the morning with some coffee, and it was delicious. I mean, it was nice just hanging out, smoking, and chatting with some other guys, and Ethan sat down and talked with him. I can't remember his name. Oh gosh. The Ordinary Gentleman. Does that sound right? He sat down about the time I was about ready to get up and go to the show. I didn't talk to him a whole lot, but I did talk to him a little bit. But Ethan did give me a sample of some kind of blend called Kentucky something. It was an aromatic I think he got from Redcoat's Return. Got drawing a blank on his name too. But I got to smoke that, and that was really enjoyable. So yeah, it was fun, trying different tobaccos. I tried bacon old fashioned for the first time, and that was absolutely terrible. Oh, I mean, everyone likes different things, but the majority of people that I've talked to, vast majority, says they don't like it. They think it's gross, and it did taste like it tastes like vomit. That's the only thing I could think of. And I'm kind of curious, if I would buy a jar and just let it age for 10 years, how it would change. It might be better, because I think whatever topping they're using is what makes it taste really bad. So, with aromatics and some other tobaccos, that topping they put on really mellows out. So I'm kind of curious how age would do on a blend like that. But I'm not interested in really trying, so I don't think I'll ever smoke it again. Flat Cap and Lady Fire were there on Saturday. I did see Raphael as I was walking out, leaving Briarworks to head home. I saw him and, said hi and stuff, and told him I was heading out. So I'm hoping. So I think he was having some back issues or something on Saturday, so he didn't stick around too long after he did his live walkthrough on YouTube, and that was cool. You guys might have seen me on that, because he did stop by the table for a little bit. Smoking Accountant's Mixture. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. Pretty good stuff. I used to be a huge Latakia fan. I still enjoy Latakia blends. But I like well blended tobaccos that have just a touch of Latakia, and I feel like that's kind of like how Accountant's Mixture is. I might do a different tobacco talk on that later. I don't know. And then Muletown Pipe Show shirt. One thing I really like about the Muletown show is they do they give if you pre-order your ticket, you get a $10 voucher, and you use it for their merch table. They got t-shirts, pocket jars, coffee mugs, sticker packs that just say Muletown and Briarworks or whatever, hats, and you use that $10 voucher towards those things. So I always think that's a great idea. So last year I got the coffee mug. This year I decided to get a t-shirt, which I kind of wish I got the coffee mug, because they have new ones this year, different ones. Yeah, I'm not gonna try naming all the new people that I met. A lot of people from the Get Piped podcast, Galactic Club on Discord. That was cool. I mentioned Brody Joe and Piping a Pour and Kentucky Highlander Piper, which I don't think I have him subscribed. I'm not subscribed to him. I remember hearing his name in a video, I think from Paladin. And so I'm not sure if I ever watched any of his videos, but I got to talk to him for a little bit. But anyways, this video has gone on super long. Looking forward to Chicago. That's coming up in a month or maybe a little less than a month now. It was kind of a bummer how close these two pipe shows were. But I would definitely want to go to Chicago. It's one of my favorite shows. It's a lot bigger than Muletown, which I like Muletown. I like how small and personal it is, how intimate. But Chicago is the same way. You can still have like a nice. I mean, it's a lot louder in the smoking tent, but you can still have a nice like intimate time with your friends at the table and meeting new people and good conversations going around, and it's always a really good time. So I definitely got my room booked and everything already, so definitely plan to be there. So anyways, yeah, that's all I wanted to just wanted to do a quick recap. Super long, so thanks for watching until the end if you did. But it's hard to cram everything in one video on a whole pipe show. And hopefully I'll make a new video tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. So I got some pictures. I took some pictures. I didn't take as many pictures as I did last year. I just taking pictures like the whole weekend. So I didn't get very many with my DSLR camera. So I need to go through and find out which ones I took that are decent and edit them up a little bit, and then might add them at the end of this video, hopefully. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.